I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Woo, child, tired of the bullshit. Gone, dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving, yes, Lord. Trying to get some new shit in there. Swimwear, going to the pool.
Hey, ladies, and welcome to How Does This Work podcast. I am your host, Karina Agro, and it is 2020. We are here. It is a new year, and I'm really excited to be back. I have a few recommitments, or I say recommitments. I never really committed to these things in the first place, or it wouldn't be an issue. I have a few commitments I want to make for the new year. And sort of a theme for 2020 that I want to talk about that I'm really excited about. I also have a fun chat/interview with one of my best friends coming up right after this, so stick around for that. Her name is Emily Hunter, and I was able to steal her for 2 seconds while she was in town, and I'm so excited that I got to talk to her. So please listen to that. But yeah, let's talk about 2020. I hope that you all had a fabulous Christmas and holiday and New Year. Ours was chaotic, but also lovely and restful at the same time. But we are back to work, back on the grind. So what's my theme for 2020? My personal theme. I took some time to think about it, and I have decided to focus on the idea of intentionality. I want to be more intentional with my time. I say yes to mostly everything, which in some cases, especially when you are an artist and a choreographer and a performer, obviously it's incredibly tempting to say yes to everything. And you also want to be getting the experiences of different projects, and you want to be building your resume, and you want to be working on projects. So when I'm asked to choreograph things, I always want to say yes. I always want to take every performance opportunity that I can. But, you know, I don't necessarily need to be saying yes to things that I am not really excited about or don't think that I'm going to want to fully commit myself to. Not that I have been seeing myself do that in the recent past, but I just think that it's important to really think about what you're saying yes to, because anything that you say yes to is going to take up a lot of your time, and your time is valuable. So I just want to be more intentional about the things that I know I'm committing my time to. I also want to recommit to the podcast. That's another thing about being intentional with my time, is that I have not given the energy to this podcast that I've wanted to give to it. For various reasons. I have obviously been incredibly busy. There's been a lot going on, but if I want to do something like this, I will find the time for it. I can't sit here and tell you that there were not times or moments where I could have been working on this where I was choosing to do something else. So with that being said, I'm recommitting to this podcast. You will hear from me every week, whether you like it or not. Last year, I stressed a lot about my guests and my content, and while obviously I will still continue to do that, and I will do those things moving into the new year, what I don't want to do is I don't want those things to stop me from bringing you episodes at all. So whether I have a guest, whether I don't have a guest, whether it's just a quick check-in with me, or if it's a lengthy interview or a chat with someone that I'm lucky enough to get to discuss various questions of life with, you will hear from me. So count on that. What you might also see is a little bit of rebranding. I don't know what that will look like yet, or maybe I do, and I just don't want to tell you. You might see a little bit of rebranding, but I'm here for it, and I hope that you are too. Tell your friends that How Does This Work podcast is going to be the new place to come to feel like you're just hanging out with your girlfriends, chatting, and just sort of hearing from an empathetic voice and an open-minded heart of someone who is wanting to just discuss life and its complications and its highs and its lows and its triumphs and its sorrows and all those things. Because life is crazy, and sometimes you just need to feel like there's somebody else dealing with the same thing that you are. So that's why I am here. If you haven't, go back and listen to my very first episode where I talked about How Does This Work podcast and why I wanted to be here. But anyway, intentionality, coming back to the podcast, another thing that I really am wanting to commit to in 2020 is less social media for myself. I know that sounds counterintuitive because I'm saying I'm going to recommit to the podcast and all of these things. That's different because that will be important and that will go along with our episodes and things of that nature. But you all know that we are so guilty of the mindless scroll. You click back and forth between Facebook and Instagram a million times a day and you just scroll. Even if you're looking at the same things that you've already seen and you're just scrolling back over it, you do it. I do it. You can even set time limits on your phone now for certain apps, and so you can monitor your screen time because it's an issue. I know that it's been a problem for me for a long time. I just need to put the phone down. And it's not even that like Instagram is necessarily bad or like harboring any some sort of feelings about myself, but like what could I be doing intentionally with my time if I took out all of those chunks of time of like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, where I just sat down on the couch for a second and started scrolling. And before you know it, I've lost another however much time of my day where I could have been reading or journaling for a couple minutes or deciding to carve out a half an hour and do some yoga. These are things that I am aware of and that I know that I want to start working more on. I have a book about digital minimalism that I picked up that I really want to read. That's on the list. Also, being on social media, you get into this place of comparing and seeing what other people are doing and other people's successes. And while you're happy for those people, it might make you feel some type of way about yourself. And that's just not like the sort of mindset that we want to be cultivating, right? Like that's not where we need our headspace to be. We're busy. We've all got our own things on our own successes. We should just be focusing on those things. Less dwelling. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Less dwelling, less comparing, less perfectionist mindsets with your main feed. You know what I mean? You can raise your hand if you sit at home and you think way too long and hard about what your feed should look like. Are you raising your hand? Okay, if you're not, you're lying. Anyway, put your hands down. So sort of in the same vein as spending less time on social media, I would like to spend more time reading and writing and just moving my body. That's the tale as old as time. We'll talk more about it. I can't ever get myself to keep a workout routine, and I'm 30 years old, and I want the body that I want. And we could go on forever about, like, Queen, you look great. Like, no, don't be down on yourself and all these things, which, you know, those are all fair and valid things. But from everyone, but what people do always say in those things is that you should just feel happy with the way that you look. And I have some tweaks and things that I would like to take care of and address. So I need to be moving my body just a little bit more than I already do. And I'm hoping that looks like yoga. I'm hoping that looks like some bar classes. And I'm hoping that looks like using my hand weights that I have hiding in the corner of my living room mocking me. And as far as reading and books are concerned, I have a list a mile long of books in the queue of things that I want to read. And I just need to find that time to do it because I really love reading. I really do, but I don't spend enough time doing it. And when I hear about the lists of books that some of these people like in the industry or like actors and other people, just the lists of books that people have read in a year, I feel bad about myself. I'm like, you found the time to read that many books in the year? I'm not carving out enough time to read. I could maybe spend a little less time watching TV at night and reading. Did you hear my soda open? Not real soda. Are you kidding me? Soda Stream. Shout out. I love carbonated water. I can't get over it. But anyway, I digress. I have a million things I want to read. I started off reading a murder mystery called A Stranger in the House, and it's creepy and great and fantastic. And then I want to move on to that digital minimalism book, and then probably my Carol Burnett book that my mom just got me for Christmas that I'm really excited about. I didn't even know she had written a book, so I was thrilled to receive it as a gift. I love getting books as gifts. And just more writing. I loved writing in college, and I still have that like bug that wants to write, but obviously I have to like decide what to write about and spend the time, and that's just another thing. But that's just a goal. It's a goal that I have. I want to write more. So anyway, that's sort of what I'm looking at for this coming year. I just want to be more intentional with my time. I want to not look back at time that has passed and realize that like there was a ton of time that I could have been spending doing XYZ, yoga in the living room, not scrolling through Instagram, maybe journaling so that I'm cultivating a more positive manifesting mindset, things like that. But anyway, like I said, recommitting. I'll be here whether you like it or not. I'm going to be using my cute little planner to carve out days. You know what? I will figure out when I'm going to be coming to you weekly, but I'm going to be coming to you weekly. So stay tuned and please listen up for my coming conversation with Miss Emily Hunter.
Baby, how you feeling? Head talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Head talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? And we gon' make you head talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Baby, how you feeling?
5 a.m. when everyone's sleeping, and I caught up to your taxi. Then I caught up to you, glad that you were laughing. And I went up to your bedroom. We were joking how you wishing.
Hey, queen!
Okay.
So-
Okay, first of all, you are such a good dancer. Let me just say.
Shut up. But a
Okay,
chair
I
dancer?
think you know. Okay, yes. Okay, just so everyone knows.
Dancing in the chair.
We were dancing in the chair. Dancing in the chair. Okay, I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, a little bit of a theater kid coming out. That's crazy. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
so why don't you tell the people who you are?
Slate, you mean? You want me to
Slate, yes, please. Oh, wait,
Should I
hold
slate?
on. Wait.
Okay.
This is How Does This Work podcast. It's been a very long time. My name is Corinne Agro, and I am here with one of my bridesmaids and best friends of all time, and her name is
Emily Hunter. Okay, I think I'm done with the singing thing because I think it's like going to be way too obnoxious. But hi, my name is Emily Hunter. I'm 24. What else? My favorite color is purple.
I wish you could see her face.
I'm a Pisces with a Libra rising and a Leo moon.
Do you enjoy long walks on the beach?
Okay, interesting that you asked because
Yes, really, I don't need to wear these headphones. It does
Okay.
nothing for me.
Okay, but
So, like,
she looks cool though.
She looks cool. She looks like she's like podcasting,
Yeah,
you know?
she's a podcaster.
Okay, so where do you live?
I live in Los Angeles.
Okay, but like where are you from?
Okay, but I'm from Monterey, which is like
Where we are now.
Salinas. Salinas is where I
Same.
grew up. Okay, same. Okay.
Same.
Okay, if we're being honest.
If we're being honest, we're from Salinas.
I'm always like, yeah, I'm from Monterey. If you heard of it, it's like right near Big Sur and Carmel.
Okay, but to be fair, you went to Catalina.
Okay,
which is like
was-
Monterey.
Yeah, okay, everyone's gonna stalk me after this. Anyway, it's fine.
Anyway, so you live in LA. You're from
Yes.
here. And what are you doing in LA? Wait, first of all, you went to college?
Yes, I went to school at USC. I was a theater major with an... Okay, let's be real. One of the only reasons people get a theater major is so that they can pronounce it like
Theatre.
Yeah.
Do you spell it R-E or E-R?
Okay, here's
There's
the
actually
deal.
a real difference.
There is. When
Do you
it's
know
a
it? Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's
When
say it
it's-
together.
Okay.
R-E.
RE is a profession. It's
Is
like
the
the
thing,
thing,
the
like,
art.
the art,
And the
itself.
E-R
is
the
physical
place.
building.
There you
That
go.
is the theater, like a movie theater,
Yes.
but like a theater where shows are done.
Yes.
100%.
It's
Okay,
different.
British.
Great.
Hey.
I'm here.
We're gonna be such stage moms if we have kids. It's gonna be cool. So
If my kids don't do theater, I'm gonna freak out.
I'm gonna shit. I'm sorry, I shouldn't cuss on this. I'm
No,
gonna.
you can say whatever you want. I can a brick.
Can our bleep just be a? I hope that comes
Yes.
out well.
Okay, so you went to USC.
I went to USC.
And you got a degree in.
I got a degree in theater with an emphasis on acting, and then I had a songwriting minor.
Perfect.
And I have to be honest with you,